Hello, students. This is the Excel for video file that's in your project folder in D2L. And this is the tab where we made the CO2 versus year. And we're going to start by recording the equation in the trend line here where it says y is equal to 0.0033 e to the power 0.0058x. So that's an equation that we're going to need. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to make extrapolated versions of the predicted temperature rise given the trend line of the CO2, which is in this curve right here, and the sensitivity curve for the doubling of CO2. And we're going to put those two together and make predictions of temperature rise given sensitivities of 2, 3, and 4.5. For right now, we're going to make a table. And we're just going to pick a cell down here. And we're going to type in it year. So I have to enable editing. So I'm going to type year. And then below that, we want to start at, say, year 2030, which would be the next decade. And then we want to go up by 10 years. So we can do that by setting a formula in the cell right below that goes equals, and then click on the cell above. And notice it puts the address of that cell into the equation. And then just say plus 10, enter, and we come up with 2040. Now we would like to repeat this until we get out to the year 2100. So I'm going to select the cell, Control C to copy, that has the formula in it. And now I'm going to just select a bunch of cells below it. That's click with the mouse and drag and let up with the mouse. And now if you hit the right mouse button, we can paste. And I went quite a bit too far. I went up to the year 2150. So I'm going to take all of these that are beyond 2100, select them, and hit delete. Okay. In the column next to it, I'm just going to put CO2. And then when I hit enter, I go to the cell below. Here's where I'm going to type in that formula for predicting the CO2 from the trend line of the graph of CO2 versus year. So the equation was, well, first you hit equals and then 0.0033 and then times, we have to use multiplication between every entry here, times E, which in Excel is spelled EXP. And notice it brings up a helper for you. After EXP, hit open parentheses. And inside the parentheses, we want 0.0058. And then times. Now I'm going to click on the year cell right next to it, where it says 2030. And notice it just copies over the address. That's what we want there, is the address. Now if I just hit end parenthesis and enter, I get a prediction for what the CO2 content is going to be in that year, 2030. Now I want to make a copy of that formula, so I'm going to select it, hit Control C, go to the cell below it and select and drag down to the bottom of the where parallel to the 2100, hit Control V, and then that content gets, or that equation gets copied in every cell below it. So we get what looks like an increasing CO2 for every decade. Okay, now we're going to make 3 columns of predictions for temperature rise. And for that, we're going to use um, the trend line equation for this guy, for where it has temperature rise versus year. And we've got a trend line there. Now, the unfortunate thing about this trend line is that you need to probably repeat it for every temperature sensitivity. So in order to repeat it, I've selected it by pointing at it. Got to be very careful to point at the trend line and not the actual curve itself, and hit delete so it goes away along with the trend line. And now we got sensitivity equal 2. I'm going to go back over and select the graph again, and the plus icon that comes up, I'm going to click on that, go down to trend line, hit the right arrow. On the next submenu, I'm going to go down to more options. And on the more options, I'm going to select exponential. Nope, sorry, logarithmic. There we go. And I want to know what that equation is, so I'm just going to ask it to display the equation on the chart. And now I can close this trend line window. I'm going to drag this over where it's someplace where it's more easily readable. And I'm going to make a note of that. This is the equation for temperature rise versus CO2 for 2 degrees C. So I'm just going to write down this formula, y equal 2.8854, and then ln, which is short for natural logarithm, of x minus 14.259. Now I'm going to go down to the table below, and to the right of the CO2 column, I'm going to make a header that says 2C. And now I'm going to enter that formula for the trend line that I just copied. Starts out with equals 2.8854, and then times ln, which works for natural logarithm in Excel, open parentheses, and now I'm going to go over and click on the CO2 box. Hit close parenthesis, and now we still have to do the minus 14.259 from the equation for the trend line. And hit enter, and that copies, that calculates that formula and gives me a result of 3.227, whatever. And now I would like to copy that cell, Control C, select the next cell down, holding the mouse button down, and drag it to the bottom of the table, let up, hit Control V, and it copies that formula into all the cells below it. So I get a temperature prediction for each year in 10-year increments all the way out to the year 2100. And this is temperature rise over pre-industrial levels. That's like, rise over what it was in year 1750 or whatever. Now we need to go back and repeat this for sensitivity of 3. So if I go to this box next to the temperature rise graph where it says sensitivity 2, change this to a 3. The graph will update, and lucky for us, the trend line also updated. Yours may not update. If it doesn't update, if you've got the same equation after doing this, then you're going to have to erase that trend line and recreate it to get this equation. But I'm going to copy this equation now, y equal 4.3281 times the natural log of x minus 21.388. And now I go down to the table below. I make a column header that says 3C. This is the rise for 3 degrees centigrade. Enter. And now I'm going to copy that formula in. Equals, always starts with an equal when you're entering a formula. 4.3281 times natural log, ln, open parenthesis. And now we're going to go over to the CO2 column and click that. It'll copy the address over for us, close parenthesis, and then minus 21.388. Enter. And that puts a formula there, which the Excel calculates for us and gives us the results. Now I would like to copy that cell, select it, push or point to it, select it by hitting Control C, push and select, and then drag all the way down to the bottom, hit Control V, and up pops data in those cells, which are a repeat of that formula for each cell down. So that is 3C. We now need one more. If we go back up to the sensitivity curve, the sensitivity box, and type 4.5, if we're lucky, that will update both the curve and the trend line equation, and it did. Now I want to copy that trend line equation, which is y equal 6.492 ln of x minus 32.082. Now I go down below and make another column. The header for that column, I'm going to put 4.5C. The C stands for Celsius or centigrade. And in the box right below it, I now enter this formula, equals 6.492 times ln, open parenthesis, and I'll go over and click on the CO2 in that row, copies the address over, close parenthesis, minus 32.082, enter, and that copies a formula there. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to paste it into all the cells below it in that table. Okay, now I've got another table. I would like to make a graph of this table. In order to make the graph, I need the year. So I'm going to click on year and then drag the mouse down. So everything below that is highlighted. And now I'd like to skip over the CO2 column and highlight those last three columns for all of the three temperature rise predictions. So before I do that, I'm going to push and hold the Control key, go to the 2C box, click, and now I'm going to drag down and to the right until I get all three of those columns selected. Let up on the mouse, then I let up on the Control key. So what I've got selected is the year column, and then each of the columns for sensitivity of 2C, 3C, and 4.5C. And at this point, I would like to insert a graph. I'm going to check this one up here where it says insert scatter, X, Y, or bubble chart. Click down. And then I think this second pick on the first row is going to do it. Here, scatter with smooth lines and markers. Okay, and it put a chart down for us. It covered up part of our graph, but that's all right. We can grab the chart and move it. We can also size it to make it bigger. Okay. And there's now some part of the chart that we're not using. So I'm going to go over here and double click on the columns. And what it did is it brought up an axis column for me. And I'm going to change the min and the max here. Let me do that again, just make sure you see what I did. I'm going to go over where it says 12. I'm going to put my mouse cursor on it, and I'm going to double click. On the second click, this menu comes up off to the right called Axis Options. And under the bounds, where it says minimum 0, I'm going to put 3.0. And where it says maximum, I'm going to put 10.0. And then let's close this. So what this did was it spread out the vertical for us, so we get a better look at all of these. Now, we're not going to put trend lines on these, but what you're going to do is you're just going to use these graphs um, as a guide for what happens as we look at the predictions versus the sensitivity out to the year 2100 for temperature rise. Um, Down at the bottom, notice we have a nice legend here. The blue lines with the dot are 2C sensitivity. The orange ones with the dots are 3C, and the green ones with the dot are 4C. Up top, we've got this box that says chart title. If I double click here, and I'm going to go inside and just select, just use your mouse cursor to select everything and give this thing some sort of appropriate title called T-rise versus sensitivity, SENS, to 2100, just to give it a name, just something that makes more sense. I'm going to close this format title line. Okay, now this is probably usable in this format right here. And this completes the work. This completes the video. I'm going to make this video visible so that you have this, or make this Excel spreadsheet visible. I'll also be posting the link to this video after I copy it up to YouTube. So you can use this to complete your CO2 projects. Okay, signing off.